Hi, I'm Billy Gwaltney, and this is the CYA Podcast. This show is for the physician who understands the importance of protecting everything you've worked so hard to achieve. Each week, I'll bring you tips and advice to help you cut through the clutter and misinformation and show you exactly what you need to preserve your income and way of life. If you're ready to achieve the peace of mind that only financial security can bring, let's get started. Hello, welcome to today's episode of the Cover Your Assets podcast. This is your host, Billy Gwaltney, and I'm excited to be with you today. We're going to talk about something I love talking about. It's another question that came up during the webinar I did for the American College of Surgeons, their residents and associate member section where they're doing a financial literacy series, which is awesome. I just think that's really cool that they're doing that. And I was asked to speak in regards to disability coverage. And one of the questions that came up was, do I need a broker? And I love that question because it just gets right to the point. And I think it's a legitimate question. I really do, because I've been in insurance for a long time, over 30 years, and I've met a lot of insurance people, most of whom I would not want to work with. So I understand the question of, hey, can I avoid a broker? Or can I go direct to the insurance company is essentially what they're asking. So to answer that question, unfortunately, maybe fortunate for me, unfortunate for you, I don't know, but there has to be a broker or an agent on the policy. It's required. I tell clients or prospective clients when I'm talking to them, hey, if we're looking at a contract with Emeritus or Guardian or Principal or Mass Mutual, and you hang up from this call and you call them directly, they're going to send you to me or somebody like me. There has to be a broker on the application. A broker has to sign it. Your broker is paid a fee or a commission that is included in the premium that you pay. Okay. So what's interesting is it's a small percentage over the life of the policy. Okay. And it's built in automatically. You don't pay it extra. It's not cheaper. It's not like real estate where if you go sell your house direct, you can avoid a 8% real estate commission or 4% or whatever it is. You can't get a 10% discount if you go direct. You're going to pay the rate. The rate's the rate. Those are on file with each state's insurance commissioner, and that's what it is. And so they would send you to a broker. What's important for you is to make sure that since you're paying that fee, that commission, that your broker needs to earn it. Okay. Like make them work for it. I want to work for what I get. Okay. They need to earn it. And this is where, since you need a broker, why not get the best? Okay. Why not get a specialist? Don't go to a generalist. Obviously you can do whatever you want, but forgive me for being too blunt, but it's more risky. It's more dangerous to go to a generalist because it's kind of like when you need knee surgery and you go to a general surgeon. Okay. There are certain things where you need to go to a specialist. When it comes to my knee, if I'm getting my knee operated on or my knee replaced or something, a ligament fixed, I'm going to go to the person, the guy or the gal that's done 5,000 of them. Okay. That it's so routine for them that they can ease any anxiety I have by saying, hey, Billy, we got you. Okay. We know what we're doing. You're going to be fine. We got you. I want that. I need that. I crave that. I don't want to go to a general surgeon who I'm sure is very smart, maybe have even operated on a knee in the past, but they're going to have to try to figure it out. They're going to have to read the manual or talk to somebody, go talk to a specialist and come back and do it and hope it works out right. We wouldn't do that. And a hospital wouldn't let somebody that doesn't have the right kind of experience do that kind of surgery. Okay. But I say that because a lot of times people will go buy their disability insurance from somebody that really doesn't know what they're doing. Now they may call me. Trust me, I've talked to a lot of financial advisors and financial planners and all these people that say, hey, I got somebody that needs some disability insurance. Can you help me? And I answer their questions. I can help them, but it's up to you to make sure that the person that you're going to be paying anyway earns the right to get paid that. And that is where it's beneficial to work with a specialist. Now, the downside is that there aren't many specialists that do this. I do this work with thousands of physicians across the country. There are a handful of us across the country that do this. I know them. We know each other. Generally, I'm sure there's some others that I don't know, but there aren't many because disability insurance is quirky, it's weird, it's complicated. You think people don't like talking about it. You don't want to talk about it. Or trust me, most financial advisors and insurance agents don't want to talk about it either, unless they have to. And so there are only a few of us that actually enjoy it, which I guess gives me some job security. I love it, but it's important that my clients understand that they're going to get the very best because I know this stuff, and you want to make sure that the person you work with knows it. There are different ways that you can approach people or look for people that are specialists. There's an individual specialist that would have a robust support team behind them, and then compare that to, say, a large brokerage company or a consulting company that has a name brand that comes through a consultant with a health system. And so there should be this security associated with that. But ultimately you're going to get passed along to the green bean that hasn't been doing it for very long. And once they move up the ladder, they're not going to be your point of contact anymore. Typically, when you buy a policy through someone like that, they're going to send you to a customer service department once your policy's in force, and you're kind of working with somebody there, perhaps, but you're having to figure out or navigate that essentially on your own. A specialist, someone like me, I have a robust support team behind me, and so you're ultimately getting me. Your broker matters, and I say that because at the time of purchase, when it comes to making sure your address is updated, as simple as that is, changing bank accounts if you need to, making sure that your coverage is increased when you need it to as your career expands, and also at the time of claim. Your broker can be as involved as you want him or her to be. That's where a really good broker is going to excel. I know people that work in this business that work in disability insurance for physicians, and their focus is to only talk to people who have never bought yet. Once you buy, they don't want to talk to you again. They're hoping you never call them, and they're certainly not going to call you. Okay. I don't take that approach. I want to be I don't want to grow if I can't care for the people that are already in the herd or in the camp. We're only going to grow to the extent that we can sustain that and support that and make sure that whoever goes on claim, whoever needs help, is going to get our time and attention. And that's mattered. Earlier this year, we helped a client navigate a claim where some things got miscommunicated to the claims people. They actually denied his claim, which freaked him out. And we spoke, and I was able to talk to the claims people, and there was some miscommunication. Some things got lost in translation. He had to go back to his doctors. I walked him through what he needed to do, and he was able to get that. His claim was approved. If you were to talk to him today, he would say he kind of thinks, I hung the moon a little bit. And I don't know that I did. I was just there. I just asked some simple questions. I just kind of followed through and closed the loop and make sure he got what he needed. But a specialist is going to be someone that does that. A financial advisor that's worried about retirement accounts and investment accounts and swings in the stock market and all this kind of stuff, they just don't have the bandwidth to be thinking about these kind of details. And plus, it changes over time. Insurance companies change their definitions, and so that doesn't impact you if you already have a policy. But you're going to want to make sure that wherever you move in the world, that your broker is looking out for you. So just make sure it's a guy or gal that does this all day, every day, that loves it, that has plenty of testimonials, that has experience, and that can point you in the right direction. And also make sure they're independent. Make sure that none of the companies that they broker pay their rent or their overhead. Okay. Because even if they can broker other companies, if one particular insurance company is paying their rent, guess who gets first priority? The one that's paying their rent. And so you want to work with someone that doesn't have any of those entanglements. You want to be able to just get the best for your particular situation. Hope you found this helpful. I'm passionate about this. I love answering the question of why should you work with me, or why is a broker needed? Can I go without you? I think that's a legitimate question, a fair question. And again, I like answering it. Please feel free to text me. I'll be happy to discuss your situation anytime. My number is 704-270-2376. Give me a text and we can schedule a time. I'm less likely to be able to pick up if you call out of the blue, but if you text me, I'll get back to you the same day typically. 704-270-2376. Until we meet again, this is Billy Gwaltney. I hope you have a great rest of the day. Thank you as always for your time.
This is thepodcastfactory.com.